Hey guys, how's it going? It's Quinn's Ideas here, and I'm back with another video. This one might get a little bit ranty. Alright, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm a little annoyed right now, so why not? So, when I was like in high school, I was really kind of annoyed by SJWs. I watch internet videos, they go to college campuses, stop people from speaking. It was all very annoying, so I kind of like fell into that whole like YouTube rabbit hole of like anti SJW. But I eventually grew out of it, I was like, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But the interesting thing now is that the anti SJW people have totally 100%, and this is beyond the shadow of a doubt, become the SJWs. And they're just as annoying, if not way more annoying than SJWs back in the day ever were. And they complain about literally everything. It doesn't matter what it is. If like person of color, woman in a movie, any of that, it's a nightmare. All right, so let's talk about this whole controversy over Layat Kynes, the gender race swap. First of all, I don't even consider it a race swap because we don't even know what the Layat Kynes' race is in the Dune book anyway. Anybody that's telling you that Kynes is white is a fucking idiot. He's white in the David Lynch movie, like all the Fremen are white in the David Lynch movie, which makes no sense for desert-dwelling people, but no one fucking complained about that. This is just like when they redid Annie, and then you had a bunch of 40-year-old white dudes sitting on their computers bitching about fucking Annie. There is nothing in me, even a little bit, that could bring me to go on the internet and type out a paragraph about fucking Annie. Like, who gives a fuck what she's cast as? Like, what bothers me about this is that it's clearly a bunch of people that don't even know Dune, haven't read Dune. They might tangentially know what Dune is. They might have seen bits of the David Lynch Dune. So they see like a white guy cast as Dune, a super, super pale white guy. And they put these images up to like dark skinned Sharon Duncan Bruce and they say, gender race swap SJW. It doesn't matter that Denis Villeneuve is making probably the most faithful adaptation of Dune thematically and narratively that we've seen yet. It doesn't matter that we have an incredible cast and this amazing team. All that matters is that a character that was white in David Lynch's 1984 adaptation is not white in this new adaptation and is not a male. That's literally all that matters to these people. So therefore, it's hot garbage, it's woke, and it's trash, right? Guys, I talked about this months ago. You can find all the receipts on my channel. I talked about how Dune, this movie, this production, was going to be attacked from all sides. Every idiot is going to come out of the woodwork to try and attack Dune. I Kwisatz fucking Hatteracted and looked into all the possible fucking futures and saw it, right? And now it's happening. You got sensitive, whiny, bitchy crybabies on the internet of every political spectrum, every side, every angle, just fucking whining and crying and bitching. But it's like the anti-SJWs are the fucking worst. They're the worst because they're the loudest, and most importantly, they're the most fucking disingenuous. Because how many of these people have actually picked up Dune and fucking read it? I bet you the fucking percentage is low. Is very fucking low. Right? Because anybody that's commenting on one of my videos after I spent years researching and making videos about Dune and telling me that Layat Kynes as a character, that his race and his gender is essential to his character, is full of fucking shit. All right? And let me address this issue that people keep saying, oh, Layat Kynes can't be a woman because the Fremen would never respect women. That is fucking bullshit. The Fremen are utilitarian, bitch. The Fremen respect ability and power. When Paul and Jessica go into the desert, they're going to kill Jessica until they see what? That she can do the fucking weirding way. That she has a skill that they can use and that she can teach them. So they allow her to live. They use her, right? So if Layat Kynes has skills, it doesn't matter if she's a woman or a man. So don't hit me with that bullshit. You fucking hacks. You fucking posers. I'm over it. The thing is, None of these people actually care about Dune. None of these people care about Frank Herbert's vision. None of these people care about the philosophy. None of these people care about this story. All they care about is making Dune their next battleground for their whole political game that they're playing, or their whole like social game that they're playing. I don't know. But all I know is it's BS. There are a number of reasons that changing the gender of this character could serve the narrative. Leia Kynes doesn't even interact with his daughter Chani in the book. Like, she barely even mourns his death. By switching the gender of this character and building on this mother-daughter connection, which is a part of Dune, anybody that knows anything about the way the Bene Gesserit sisterhood works and the way the Wild Reverend mothers work in passing down genetic memory from mother to mother understands this whole thing. And as I mentioned in my live stream, there's the dynamic between Jessica and Aaliyah that comes up in Children of Dune. And then later, the whole dynamic between Dari O'Drade and her memories of her, not her birth mother, but the woman that kept her. So all of these themes run throughout all of Dune, and it makes sense that they would switch this character from a character that really has no connection with his daughter to making it a mother-daughter connection that's actually impactful. So when events happen further along the line, that they mean more and it makes us feel more. While at the same time, it does nothing to impact the effect of the character involving the future ecological transformation, potential ecological transformation of the planet Arrakis. It does nothing to affect the character involving future characters being passed on genetic memories. So if you think this casting choice breaks the movie, breaks the character, breaks the story, please explain to me how, because I don't see it. And I've ran through these books countless times, and I don't see it. And can we talk about David Lynch's misguided Dune movie, which I did a video on here. I'll leave a card here that you can check out. I like the movie, but it is misguided. But let's talk about the character Chani in that movie. I don't know anything about Chani beyond the fact that she loves Paul. I don't know that she really cares about anything. You don't really see her mourn the death of her father, Leia Kynes, in that movie. You don't really see a bond between them. You don't really see a connection. In fact, people have told me after watching that movie that they don't even fucking know that she is his goddamn daughter. So it's like you can improve on the character, especially from that film, by making her a woman and building on this mother-daughter connection, which thematically fits with Dune. So that's a way that a change works for the better of a narrative. It doesn't upset anything. It actually improves upon it. So if the gender swap was Paul or Fade Ratha, it wouldn't make any sense. Because the whole point of this whole thing is that the Lady Jessica was ordered by the Bene Gesserit sisterhood to bear a daughter to the Duke Atreides. But she was in love with the Duke and she knew that he wanted a son, so she gave him a son. The Bene Gesserit sisterhood had intended to breed the Atreides daughter with the Harkonnen son, right? So if Paul was a girl, it totally messes up the narrative. Leia Kynes being a girl doesn't mess up anything. Alright, and before this video gets too long, just to finish things off, anybody that's going on and on and on, tears falling from their eyes, crying like a baby about Dune becoming woke, about Denis Villeneuve making Dune woke, needs to get a grip, open up Dune, and realize that Dune has been woke from the start. Ever since Dune came out in 1965, it's been ahead of its time. It's moved science fiction forward in a different direction. And also, Dune transcends the whole political thing. There's a great quote from God Emperor of Dune, actually, right here. I distrust the extremes. Scratch a conservative and you find someone who prefers the past over any future. Scratch a liberal and you find a closet aristocrat. Alright? So basically, all you assholes need to chill the fuck out, calm the fuck down, and learn how to just fucking sit back and enjoy a fucking well-crafted, good movie, good story. Shut the fuck up. My thing is, I care about the story, and I just have to call out bullshit where I see it. I called out bullshit all through Game of Thrones. I called out bullshit when Noah Bertlasky made that article about Paul Atreides being a mighty whitey. And now I'm calling out bullshit now with the anti-SJW crowd because it just is bullshit. And I hate it. And I love Dune. And I feel like people should watch this movie and should go see this movie and don't just be reactionary just because it seems like, just because you think it could be something that it's not. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't, and I know some of you probably didn't, then just whatever, dislike or just get the fuck out. You don't belong here anyway. Peace out, guys.